Hey guys, welcome back to Film Truth. Today we'll talk about if there's going to be a Season 7 of Opal Hunters. Let's head into it. Season 5 and 6.
A stunning prize awaits. Opal. Worth up to 500 times more than gold.
Blood, sweat and tears don't always pay off, but that was about to change in the massive 5th and 6th seasons of Outback Opal Hunters. The hit Discovery series followed 6 opal-hungry teams across 3 states on their quest for a fortune last October and this spring. When one team finds $120,000 worth of opal in a single day, while another discovers the most valuable single piece of opal in the series' history, it's a lucky start to the season for some. The Bushmen, Rod Manning and Les Walsh, Sheepyards, New South Wales; the Cheels, father and sons Chris, Oscar and Rory Cheel, Lightning Ridge, New South Wales; the Young Guns, Jamin Sullivan, Noah McDonough and James J.C. Caruana, White Cliffs, New South Wales; Pete and Sam, formerly known as the Bros; Pete Cook and Sam Westra; and the Boulder Boys, Aaron, Opalton, Queensland. The series returns to Coober Pedy, South Australia, with the introduction of new team the Blacklighters, Paul Kuhn, Mark Lianson, and John Nassar. With a large extended family to support, the team must find opal to survive, scouring the old fields for Coober Pedy's fluorescent opal with their giant, custom-made noodling machine, OpalZilla, and blacklight technology. But will mechanical failure spell disaster for the new crew? The Bushman's lease is flooded by torrential rain, posing a threat to Rod's home and safety in the first episode of this season. Rod continues to fuel the Opal dream alone until Les returns after a horrific accident last season left him with burns all over his body. Could a new partnership on the enticing Plowboy claim turn things around for them? With new mining equipment in tow, the Young Guns believe that digging out a dangerous mine will be worth the risk. Meanwhile, Pete and Sam deliberate and debate a decision that could cost them thousands of dollars, and the Boulder Boys and the Cheels are on the lookout for rich opal levels that could make their dreams come true. Outback Opal Hunters takes viewers on a journey through human emotion, from unimaginable highs as life-changing discoveries are made, to setbacks, heartbreak, and defeat. However, these crews are well aware that once opal fever strikes, they will push their bodies, bank accounts, and willpower to the limit. A single piece of opal can fetch $1 million, with 90% of the world's opal found in the Australian outback and worth up to 500 times more than gold. Our crews will face back-breaking work, scorching heat, and lonely isolation while clinging to the hope of becoming millionaires with just one pick strike. Only those miners who possess a unique combination of grit, ingenuity, and luck will succeed. Prospero Productions is producing Outback Opal Hunters for Discovery, with support from the Western Australian State Government, Screen West, and Lottery West. The series has so far entertained audiences in over 100 countries and territories, including the United States and the United Kingdom. Also, make sure you're writing your thoughts down in the comments section. The Great Find. In Queensland, Isaac and Sophia Andro, Chris Daff, and David Darby discover a rare Yowa nut opal that will change their lives. Most opal miners will tell you that the prospect of striking it rich and becoming an overnight millionaire motivates them to put in the long hours and take the risks that come with opal hunting. That life-changing day arrives for one group of miners in the massive Season 6 finale of Discovery Channel's Outback Opal Hunters, which aired Thursday, April 22 at 8:30 p.m. Isaac and Sophia Andro, Chris Daff, and David Darby unearth $1.2 million of rare Yowa nut opal in an unmissable television event, the series' biggest discovery ever. The Opal Whisperers, a rookie crew, made the world record-breaking discovery on the Yowa opal fields in Queensland. The team is made up of Isaac and Sophia Andro, brother and sister, and Sophia's partner Chris Daff, who are new to the Outback Opal Hunters this season. The trio teams up with veteran Indigenous miner and friend David Darby in the final weeks of the season. The group is looking for Yowa nuts, which are ironstone concretions with opal deposits in their centers, but they're running out of time before the mining season is cut short due to unworkable summer heat and storms. On their final dig, they unearth a staggering 150 kilograms of Yowa nuts, totaling an eye-watering $1.2 million in high-grade Yowa opal, after they've sawn open and sorted them. One particular impressive nut, dubbed the Yowa Moon, is among the stunning pieces. This piece alone is worth over $50,000, and it's the finest specimen David has ever discovered. Isaac and Sophia decided to return to their spiritual home on the opal fields, a place they'd visited with their parents on numerous occasions as children. They set out at the start of the season with the goal of finding enough opal to buy a claim and some mining equipment by the end of the season, so they can eventually re-establish the family business their mother and father started in the 1960s, mining and selling opal direct. They're well on their way to realizing their lifelong ambitions thanks to this discovery. They'll be inspired to make another season now that they've discovered this incredible find. Huge viewer base. According to media watchdog Ofcom, lockdown measures imposed in response to the COVID-19 pandemic resulted in an increase in TV viewing and online streaming. Its annual study of UK media habits found that on average, adults spend 40% of their waking hours in front of a screen, despite the fact that many of them were stuck indoors. During April, time spent on subscription streaming services more than doubled. Adults spent an average of 6 hours and 25 minutes per day staring at screens during the lockdown. Overall, screen time increased by nearly a third, 31% from the previous year. People spent 1 hour and 11 minutes per day watching streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Disney Plus, and Discovery. And 12 million people signed up for a service they had never used before. 3 million of the viewers had never before paid for a service. Although Disney Plus overtook Now TV as the third most popular paid-for-streaming platform, the majority of people signed up for Netflix and Amazon Prime Video. Older viewers, who are more likely to watch traditional broadcast television, have also increased their use of streaming platforms. During the early weeks of the lockdown, 1/3 of 55 to 64-year-olds and 15% of those aged 65 and up used subscription services. The study, titled Media Nations 2020, found that as the lockdown measure eased towards the end of June, the increase in streaming services remained stable, with a 71% increase over the same period last year. People were also watching more non-broadcast content on platforms like YouTube and gaming sites, according to this figure. More than half of UK adults, 55%, said they'll keep their new streaming subscriptions and spend the same amount of time watching streamed content in the future. However, after adding more than 10 million subscribers in the previous 3 months, Netflix warned investors in July that subscriber growth would slow, bringing the total number of new subscribers to 26 million by 2020. Discovery, on the other hand, added 28 million new subscribers in 2019. Outback Opal Hunters gained more fans as a result of this development. That's why they're planning a 7th season for their loyal audience. What do you think about Outback Opal Hunters? Will you watch season 7? Let us know in the comments section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.